Hi, this is week 7, and I'm giving an update on my literacy project. It's coming right along. The project is pretty much finished. I'm going to present several concepts to the teachers that will attend. First of all, I'm going to present the why of why I chose to do comprehension for our county, and I've got some data to show them. And then second of all, I'm going to talk about having a literate environment in their classroom and how important that is for them to have it before kids even arrive, that's set up in their classroom, and hopefully brainstorm some ways to build that without having a whole lot of money and time built into it. Then I'm going to talk about vocabulary and the importance that it plays in children understanding what they read. And so I'm going to give them some research on that, and then I'm going to give them some strategies to use in their classroom where they could use it in a station or at teacher table, wherever they want to use that in their classroom. Next, I'm going to show them a video about the importance of children having background knowledge about what they're reading and how that plays into how much they comprehend. And then I'll give them some comprehension strategies. And then just some general comprehension helps at the end so that they can use it with any of their students in any of the situations that they can pull that out. I'm also hoping that they'll pick up on some of the tools that I'm using, some of the presentation tools and the different internet and different ways to present information so that they can use it in their own classroom. For example, I'm using eMaze, and I'm hoping that they'll see that that's a great presentation tool that their children could use or themselves to make a flipped classroom or whatever, however they want to approach that. I'm using some QR codes so that they can link to the resources that I'm giving them. I'm using a Lenowit so that they can be interactive in the presentation and be able to share some thoughts without having to just say them out loud. I'm using Google Forms for my feedback form. So just some things to share with them so they can see how to use those in their classroom. Best practices I'll be presenting. Again, I'm going to be talking about that literate background and how to create that in their classroom. The vocabulary, I've given them some really great little tools to use in their classroom. For example, I'm gonna show them how to use a linear array to show the varying degrees of words. For example, you start with hot and go to cold, and what's the degrees in between? Like where does chilly fall? Where does warm fall? And how to make the connections for their students. They're also going to have a spitter game that they can play to build that background, about that vocabulary rather, and a paint chip activity that they can do. For building the background knowledge, I talk about virtual field trips, just the discussion in class. General comprehension questions or comprehension helps are going to be generating questions as well as answering them. And I'm also giving them a great link to a resource that I've used for years, and she is a guru in literacy and has a lot of literacy tools online. She provides everything that she does. She gives it to you for free, and that's Kathy Bumgarner, and she has kbumreading.com, and so I'm going to share that with them. Some of them know about it, but not everybody, not our new teachers. Considerations for adult learners. I'm trying to make it as interactive as I can, as brief as I can, and as concise as I can so that they can get the information and go, because I know that teachers are busy and they don't have a lot of time, and so I don't want to make this a burden for them. So we're going to make sure that they get the information and go, but I'm also going to give them lots of links so they can go back when they want to and look that up. I've created a page with QR codes, so all they have to do is scan it and it'll take them to the resource. So that's things that I'm considering for them. I'm trying to make that interactive presentation so that it's not boring. I do some talking. I let a video play. I pull up some research, so there's lots of varying degrees there, so I can touch on different learning aspects there. Still left to do. I've sent my project to Dr. Parker to see how well I'm going with that. and then I'll just have to present it and write up my paper. Great. Have a good day.